welcome back to my channel, Drunk Crafts with Paige. I am Paige, and this week I'm drinking another black cherry lemonade because this is actually what I was drinking when I made this video. Now, the week of Christmas, I decided to do my first ever Facebook live stream where we used some of these pieces of wood that we've used for coasters in the past and decided to make some Christmas ornaments. Last week's video, we actually added photos and sealed them and covered them in resin, but the live stream was on the opposite side where we did our acrylic pours. I realized that some people obviously were unable to tune in when I was live and also may not have a Facebook so they could actually go back and watch the video. So I decided to take all the footage and edit it down into something that kind of resembles one of our weekly craft videos. So that is what I have in store for you guys this week, and I hope you all enjoy it. So here are our little wood circles. These are about 4 inches in diameter. I pre-painted them white just so the natural wood color wouldn't show through. And I've already also drilled holes in the top because they're gonna be ornaments. And they're just sitting on cups. This is gonna help us when we actually get to the painting part. We've got different cups, and the edges are all taped up as well. Well, let's go ahead and start with the classic red and green. I pre-mixed these paints up already. So we've got the silicone in, and I've got a whole bunch of white paint as well. So let's do these one at a time, and I'll try to angle these best I can so you guys can see what's going on. Now, the style that we're going to be doing for these coasters, or they're not coasters, I typically use these wood pieces as coasters. It's called a Dutch pour, and you're adding wet paint on top of wet paint, and that just helps it flow really nicely. And I love the way that they look. So what that requires us to do is to first dump white on top of our already white coasters. And I'm going to spread it out so it's a nice layer. So we've got a nice thick layer of the white. Typically for a Dutch pour, when there's a lot more paint or a bigger canvas, I use a hairdryer, but I'm just gonna blow it with my breath. So I'm gonna put a glob of the red, glob of the green, and then we flood it just a little bit. And for a Dutch pour, you want to pour the paint or get the paint over and then you blow it out. It's a little confusing, but let me blow that white over top. And now I'm gonna blow it that direction. There we are. There's one of them. We can also pick these up and slide the paint around if we want. Scooch it a little bit more towards the edge. But there's our first one. It's just the very classic green and red. I like it. I think it's cute. So we will dunk my fingers in paint. We're gonna scooch it off to the side and move on to another one. There's our next one. I also mixed up some different colors of blue. I've got, this one's more of like a turquoise shade, But we've got the turquoise, we've got a very light blue, and we've got almost a navy. I think it's pretty navy. So just like the first one, we're gonna flood it. With a whole bunch of white. Spread it out. So we can give this swipe method a try. There's a little bit of the dark blue. There's some of the turquoise. Just a little bit of the light blue. And let's try with the swipes. The reason I'm not very good at it is you have to be very, very gentle. Tilt it so you guys can see. We got all sorts of cells showing up. Maybe I'll hit it with the heat gun. There we are. It's all beautiful and blue. Now let me scooch that one out of the way. And I've got one more wood one. Here I'll rotate, maybe rotate this way, just for fun. So the other colors I mixed up, I prepped up some very dark purple and some gold. When these ornaments are dry, I want to have on the back side that is just plain white, we're gonna throw some pictures on there that I've already got cut out. We've got this nice one of our Oz. And we've got one of our whole family. And we've got one of our newest kitten, Stevie. And when we're done painting the tops on the back, we're gonna adhere these photos and we're gonna put the resin coat on just to like seal everything in. And those will be in a different video. I had one vote for the swipey tool, so we will use the swipey tool again. I thought that turned out really cool. So we're gonna flood the whole thing with white. And spread it around. And let's do some stuff like at the top. Purple and our gold. And let's throw some more purple on there. And let us swipe. all sorts of cells coming up over there. I think I'm gonna tilt it. I'm gonna tilt it towards you guys to get some of that extra, just to get it to move a little bit. Ooh. Well, I didn't like that. I didn't like the way that moved. When it moved, it just got rid of a lot of the cells. So I'm gonna blow it instead, just to try to get rid of some of this extra white. This is kind of like a royal colors, if you will, isn't it? Like purple is a royal color. We will push that one as well to the side. And those are the only 3 paint ones that I really had prepared for you guys. I have, along with the YouTube page, I have an Instagram page as well. And so when these are all dry, I will be posting photos of how they turned out. I'm sure they'll also end up on Facebook as well. And if you want to stay tuned or, you know, follow how these ornaments turn out, the addition of the pictures on the back and coating them in resin and finishing them up is gonna be a later video for the YouTube channel. As I said last week, I really love the way that these ornaments ended up turning out. Not only do we have the acrylic pour on one side, but we also have our family photos on the opposite side, and the whole thing is sealed in resin. So I've got some nice heavy-duty ornaments to add to my tree next year. I'll still give you guys some nice up-close shots at how the acrylic pour side turned out. I know this video is a little bit different than what we usually do, but I hope you guys all enjoyed it, and maybe I'll even do some different Facebook Lives or YouTube Lives in the future if you would like. All of my links for my Facebook and my Instagram are down in the description box below, as well as my PayPal if you feel like contributing to the channel. I'll see you guys all for the next video. Cheers!